The most prominent weapon on the Death Star was of course its super laser. This was a weapon powered by a hypermatter annihilation reactor and focused through a giant kyber crystals with sufficient firepower to destroy an entire planet. However, if the firing chamber arrays were not precisely aligned, the crystals would burn out and overload, sending dangerous levels of waste heat back into the Death Star's main reactor. Hello there my fellow holotable heroes and welcome to another Galactic Challenge video. So we are taken back to the Death Star yet again, and as always I'll cover the modifiers, speeds, show you the mods, just explain some of the key mechanics for the team that I'll be using. If you're not interested in all of these details, you can always skip through using YouTube chapters below, but otherwise let's just get started with the modifiers. So the global modifier, volatile energies, what this will give you and the enemy, the volatile energies ability. Now this ability has a shared cooldown between you and the enemy, so anytime any unit takes a turn, the ability will gain 5% charge, and when it reaches 100% charge it will be available for use. So you definitely want to keep an eye out on this charge meter, because if enemy gets to use it first, you will lose one of your guys, because with this ability the target enemy basically gets instantly defeated and cannot be revived. So definitely you want to keep an eye out on this ability whenever you can. The endless ranks modifier, it's a very nice one for your troopers. Essentially they're getting 3 stacks of endless ranks, which again is shared across your team, and this essentially gives you 3 revives. Now let's look at the modifier for the enemy, one step ahead. So the Scoundrels have a brand new modifier, as we also used it in a previous Scoundrel challenge ourselves, because the old modifier was pretty much useless. This one is a lot better, so they will gain extra health, extra speed, they'll be immune to buff immunity, and also while buffed they will take less damage, have 50% counter chance, inflict offense down for 2 turns when attack, and then as well when debuffed they will have extra 10 speed. So definitely a nice modifier here to look out for. Alright, so the team will going up against the Beskar Mandalorian lead with a bit of an odd one. There is no IG in there, so no pre-taunting tag. I'm also not sure what Embo is doing there. So just kind of a random Scoundrel team here really to look out for. The only danger here, there will be Django, because remember the modifier, when they're buffed they will have 50% counter chance, and Django there, he starts off obviously with the Bounty Hunter Dissolves, which is a buff, so you definitely want to keep him under control with a daze if you can, so he's not counter attacking, because he will be hitting pretty hard on your guys. Alright, let's look at the feats next. You have to win obviously with a full team of Imperial Trooper units. Hopefully that's not going to be an issue. Removing 400% turn meter from enemies, again with Gideon in there, removing turn meter, it's a non-issue. And then you have to win after scoring 3 critical hits in a row during allied turns. So we'll be using Veer's lead here, Piet, and then as well Gideon, let's throw in Stark, and also Death Trooper. So let's look at the mods here and some of the abilities. We all know probably what Veer's leadership provides for you. Essentially whenever you do gain a buff, you'll be gaining 10% turn meter, and this will allow you to keep your turn meter train going over and over again. There we go. Now looking at the mods, you don't need really crazy speeds on these guys. So my Veers here is a 251. Up next we got Piet. Now this is the one character that you will want fast, so it can go first. So one here in the video is 295, but remember we are getting plus 20 speed as well from Veers. So the effective speed of Piet here is 315. And what he will provide mostly is Emperor's Trap buff, which will fuel the turn meter because of Veer's lead, so you'll be able to take a lot of turns. And then his AoE is very good as well, just because it can daze enemies, so you will definitely want to land that daze right out of the gate, especially on Django, so he doesn't counterattack, because he will start off with Bounty Hunter Resolve. And of course Imperial Ambition will get mark on somebody, and then whenever Piet uses a basic, he will call that ally to assist. Alright, moving on, we got Gideon here, so mine there, he's 3-star, no mods. He's a gear 11 though, but still, 3-star and no mods won't be that great. However, we only need him for one thing only, and that is control the situation, so he can go ahead and remove turn meter from everybody, and this will hopefully be enough to get our turn meter removal feed done. Okay, so moving on. Up next we got Stark, so you will want to have some good speed on him as well, so he goes straight after Piet. So I do him at 283 right here. Now in terms of his ability, obviously he provides a lot. Mainly, like, if you do have Zeta on his unique, it will add some extra turn meter removal just in case Gideon does not remove enough to get the feed done. And then another kind of way to remove turn meter here is his AoE that obviously has a chance to apply stagger on the enemies as well. So you kind of got another source of trying to remove turn meter also. But in most cases, I think just Gideon there will be enough. But just wanted to point out in case you'll be struggling there with Gideon. Moving on, Death Trooper here, now obviously his grenade there, AoE increases cooldowns, so it'll slow them down. Down his basic as well can daze, so in case maybe you do not land a daze on Django and other guys, you can always utilize basic here from Death Trooper to hopefully land a daze, and then finally terminate there will prevent revives, so we can maybe quickly take out Django or one of those guys. In terms of mods, nothing too special needed. He'll get plenty of turn meter from other guys once they get the buffs going, so mine's only here at gear 12. Alright, let's hop into battle now and let's see how this round will go. Okay, so there we go. Looks like Beskar there, Mandalorian, is the fastest from the bunch. So what I'll do first is actually try and land a daze on Django there. Perfect. Now for my testing, looks like Mandalorian there, he's got very high tenacity because landing any sort of debuffs on him is nearly impossible. So let's go ahead and use the middle ability here with Stark to get our buffs going. And then what we'll do here is just go all out on Mandalorian. There we go, we are really struggling to land any sort of debuffs on him. Let's go ahead, increase his cooldowns. And now there we go. So we got quite a lot of turn meter here across the enemies. So hopefully this equates to 400%. Again, the charger is at 25%, so we will definitely want to keep an eye out on that. Let's go ahead, push turn meter on everybody, and just keep going after here. Mandalorian, just doing basics. Let's put Mark over on Stark. Just keep going, get armor shred, why not? Because it looks like these guys are quite beefy. 1 hit, 2 hit, perfect. So the charge here is at 65%. Now we defeated one enemy, so we can go ahead, apply Death Mark on Django, and just keep going here. 1 hit, 2 hit, almost got it. So there you go, Death Mark preventing revive, so Django is not coming back from that. And now just basically a cleanup job here. Let's go after Quill. Okay, go after Chewie, get more buffs going here. And we can just go ahead, use the ability now to instantly defeat Vendor Chewbacca, unload here a Mass Assist. And but doing his best to hang in there. Obviously with that Zeta on him, we cannot critically hit him, but it doesn't really matter. There we go. Well, let's see if we got all the feeds done. If we got a turn meter removal, then we should be good to go here. So we got the Imperial Trooper, obviously. Keep going. We got 3 critical hits in a row, no issues whatsoever. And the 400% turn meter removal from enemies. No issues there at all as well. And there you go, guys, that's how easy and straightforward was today to use Imperial Troopers to get max rewards in a single battle. No need to, go back in, retry and things like that. As long as you land that daze on Django in beginning, and then you don't really need here, as you've seen, a high gear Gideon. I didn't even have mods on him, 3 stars. You just need him to get a turn, and then remove turn meter from everybody to get this feat done without any issues whatsoever. Alright guys, I hope you find this video useful and helpful. Let me know in the comments below or on my Discord server, but until then, have fun, enjoy your life, and may the RNG be with you, my friends.